All right, sports fans, this is going to be the final step. We got reel to brid, we got track. Now we have to get our own API keys for YouTube. Let's take and come in here to favorites. And remember, we put YouTube right down here. I'm going to click on that. And we're going to come here to popular right now. And bam, it says that it requires that we use your own API keys. Let's just hit OK and let's close this down. Okay, if you're on your PC and this is full screen, you can just hit your backslash key and that'll drop it down, and you can grab it in a corner and make it any size you want. And we're just going to take and minimize that, and we got our browser up here. Okay, in here on our search for Google, we're going to put Google Cloud Console. And we're just going to click on it. Now, you need to sign in. You can see here, I'm already signed in to Google. It's the same one as what you use on your Play stores and everything else. So we already have an account there. So we can just click here on API Dashboard. I'm going to click on that. And we're going to take, and these are projects that have already in there. We're going to just click on that, and we're going to start a new project. So we'll click up here where it says New Project. Now, we can use this project that is already there, or we can give it a name of anything we want. Let's call it My Future Project. Okay, and I'm just going to take and hit Create. You can see up here, it's creating that My Future Project. And if I come in here now, I'm going to click on that. Here's My Future Project. I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to click on Library here. And we want to take and drop down here to where it says YouTube Data API version 3. I'm going to click on that. And we want to click Enable. Okay. We've got My Future Project up there. And we're going to click here on Credentials. And we can click here on Create Credentials. We want the API key. There it is. There's our credentials. I'm going to just copy that. Do a Control-C for copy. And I'm going to bring up that document that I got going here. Now these will be in the description where you could print it out and follow that step by step all the way down. But I'm going to come here to the API key and I'm going to paste that there. And I'm also going to paste it here for the secret. Okay. Let's hit close. Right here on API key, I'm going to take and click on it. And I want this to say none. And don't restrict the key. Hit save. And there it is. Now, let's take and come in here to this My Future Project. There it is. Here you see my key there. I'm going to take, or my ID, I'm going to highlight that, do a Control-C on it to copy. And I'm going to come to this sheet and I'm going to just paste it right there. Now let's make that a little bigger so we can see it. About a 14, I think. There we go. Okay. We are set. Okay, I'm out of that. Just in case I need to come back. Now, let's go back into Xenon. And I'm going to just move this over here to where I can do some cutting and pasting. And let's go to that Xenon, or to YouTube again. We're going to come to Settings. And we want to take and come up here to API. And I'm going to take and, let's go ahead and start with this ID. And I'm going to just click here in the center and paste that there. Let's come here to the key and the secret. Do a Control V and paste it there and done. And a Control V and paste it there and done. Okay, while we're in here, let's do a couple other things. Let's come here to Advanced. And you can see here it has a cache size of 10 megabytes. I got plenty of memory. I'm going to jump that thing up there between 30 and 40. And now let's go to folders. There's all these folders here, and I don't want to see all of this stuff. I'd like to see popular right now and search. And I'm going to just turn off this other stuff and leave on settings. Now I'm not switching users and signing out and that. So I'm going to hit OK to save those changes I made. There we go. Now let's go ahead and click on popular right now. There you go. Let me just click on this Pokemon thing. And you can see everything plays with our new keys just the way we made them. Okay, now I want to show you another trick to this. Let's take and get out of this. I'm going to take and just back out. And we're going to save this sheet so we've got it for future use. So I'm just going to click on that and save it. Now, what I want you to do is we're going to take and get out of Kodi here. I'm going to just close this thing down. I'll minimize it. And I want to go into the file structure of Kodi. So I'm just going to click on this. It's just a folder, and it pops this Explorer up. Now, to save this stuff, if you don't have, let me show you how to do this. If you're doing this on the PC, I'm going to unpin Quick Access. Now, to find all this, what we got to do is you're going to come in here to your C drive. You're going to come here to Users, double click on it, and the one with the latest date on here is more than likely the one you always sign in on. So I'm going to double click on that, and we're looking for this app data. Now, if you don't see app data, click on View and make sure there's a check mark in this Hidden Items. You can see how it disappears if I uncheck it. Okay, let's double click on that. We're going to double click on Roaming, and we're going to come here to Kodi. We're going to take and left click on that, then right click, and click here where it says Pin to Quick Access. Now there it is. So from now on, when you want to use Kodi to play with any of these files, it's right there. So we'll just click on it. And here is the file structure that is used in our build. Now what we want to do is we want to come in here to User Data. Click on that. And I'm going to click here on Add-on Data. And I want to come down to YouTube. Okay, right here is plug-in video YouTube. Now I'm just going to take and grab that and move it over here out of the way. I'm holding down the control key down to make a copy. I want that for future use just so I can show you this. Now I'm going to come in here to YouTube, open that up, and I've got another one here that's a backup that will go back to the original setup just so you can see how this works. And I'm going to come here to user data, add-on data, down to that plug-in video YouTube, and I'm going to take all of those folders and I'm going to do a Control-C and copy them, and I'm going to come back here to Kodi, back to user data, to add-on data, down to that plug-in video YouTube, and I'm going to delete these out and paste those originals back in. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and come back here to the build, and I'm going to click on YouTube, and you can see all of the folders are right back the way we had them. I'm going to click popular right now, and you can see that the keys are gone. Okay, hit OK. Now let's go ahead and just I'm going to get out of that, and I'm going to go to that let me get this off the screen. I'm going to come here to Kodi, to user data, add-on data, back down to that plug-in video YouTube, and here's that folder that we just, where is it? Plug-in video right here. That was the one that we took out of the old one. And I'm going to show you, we're just going to open it up, and we're going to take these ones here. These are the saved ones that we had with our keys in it. So I'm just going to do a Control-C and copy them. We're going to come in here and delete these out, and do a Control-V to paste in the ones that we had there. Now what you'll do is you'll save this file somewheres and put it on a thumb drive or whatever, and you can always move that directly to your Android boxes, or you can take and put it back in here on your PC if you ever lost those keys, and it saves you from having to type them in one by one. Okay, let's just get out of that. Let's come up with Kodi again. Let's hit YouTube, and there you can see we're back to just the 3 folders we had. Let's go to search. I'm going to just click on one of these, and you can see that they play. Now those keys will last you forever like that. You never have to worry about losing them or anything else. And that's how you do it. And you can see it doesn't take that long to go and make those keys up. And you can also give your keys to a friend. Those keys will be good for, I think it's 10,000 uses in a 24-hour period. And I think it counts as 200 uses every time somebody uses it. So to get up to 20,000 or 10,000 tries, it's pretty much going to take 50 to 100 people to do that. So go ahead and you can give those to family and friends, and they'll be able to use them at the same time you do with no problem. Okay, now we've done everything there is imaginable there. We've got our reel to brid, we've got tracked, We got our library in there. We got YouTube. And now I want to show you one thing here before we go. I want to show you how to back this up. Let's go ahead and get out of this. Close it out. And I'm going to just take and click on a Windows Explorer or that. Let me just get out of this. And I can come in here to this Kodi. And this is the whole build, these folders. Now there's only 3 of these that are being used. That's user data, add-ons, and cache. The rest of these folders are empty. So those are the main ones that you really need to be concerned with. So I'm just going to make a folder here that says new, and I'm going to call this backup authorized 7.6. Okay, now to back that up, all I'm going to do is take those folders, I'm going to grab them, hold the control key down, drag them over and drop them in there. Now, that has made a perfect clone. Now, if you have more than one PC, you can just take that folder and drop it into that Kodi file and have this thing on multiple PCs, and every one of them is a complete clone of the other. This will be the same way that you do backups on your Android boxes. Now, these don't work all that effectively going from the PC to the Android box. You can, but I run into some glitches on the being able to jump forward on your play bars on the bottom of a movie or that. I don't know if it still does that, but that's what it used to do. Because I used to do all of my setups on a PC and then move them to the boxes. And that was the only thing that I'd ever had that gave me a glitch. Okay, when that's done, your backup is totally done and your job is complete. Now, you can't do this backup if you are in Kodi, so you have to make sure you're completely out of it to do a backup. Okay, with that said and done, if I taught you anything, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and tell some others about it. Take and share the links, do anything you like. I'm here to help, and that's the only reason I do this, because there sure isn't any money in it. And I'll see you on that next video.